Welcome to Dorker Realms. While most gamers will be familiar with Dungeons & Dragons from the newest edition of the game, there's a movement amongst some players called the Old School Revival, taking inspiration from the design philosophy of the earliest editions of D&D and bringing them into the modern era. These games and adventures emphasize the weird, the challenging, and the hardcore. Bear witness as our intrepid players explore unusual and dangerous tales in these old school adventures. This is part 2 of Enter the Dagon. Though the adventures may be listened to in any order, we recommend beginning with the first episode of any given adventure. We go now to the table to delve into Dorker Realms. Welcome back to Dorker Realms. I did it. I stole the intro.
Wow, do you feel proud of yourself?
And he's like, look at me.
Goddamn
I'm the
right
introer
I do.
now.
Well, I guess you're in charge from now on. You've taken my burden. Like Hercules picking up the world from Atlas. Except you ain't tricking me back today, taking it back.
Wait, did that
I feel
happen?
immediate regret. Oh, God.
One of the 12 labors.
But Bendel L. Johnson, you're the only one who can really do it.
Well, if that's true, we're going to be screwed when I die. No one will ever be able to replace me. No, he needs to start practicing now.
I am your host, Bindel N. Cage.
My name's Grend L. Cool J.
I didn't know I had so many fans.
So, last we left off, you guys were returning to your tower to rest for the night.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Everyone sleeping on the first floor with the exception of Bindel sleeping in his swanky bedroom on the
Also-
second floor.
Also, Pothos will be sleeping in Bendel's room, right?
Yeah, some nice goat action.
That's true. I also let Edmund sleep in the closet. Upstairs.
Oh, perfect. It's just like home.
Count Robert is real, generous with his servants.
Edmund isn't Count Robert's, servant like that. He's from the Great Northern Library.
Oh, he's just staying with Count Robert.
Yeah, he worked for
okay.
Count Robert for a little while. Now he's at the library again, where he belongs.
Sorry, what's your character's name again? LeChuck?
Le Chouf.
Lionel!
Lionel. Anything else you want to do before you sleep, while you sleep, regarding your sleep, anything?
I want to tell Edmund to wake me up in the morning.
Understood.
I want to cry myself to sleep, knowing I'm going to have horrific nightmares. Now in a more varied intensity and horribleness than they were before I read that stupid book. I don't really want to go to any of the other wizards' towers. Those seem terrible. No, I think we're good.
Do the servitors speak? Or do they kind of just pantomime?
They pantomime, and they occasionally make chittering noises.
Lionel, you saw that Beardy was got his eye on our group, right?
Well, my boy, Quill, he heard what you were saying and tried to make first contact from afar.
Yeah.
Kind of spooked him a little bit.
Spook Quill or Quill spook?
Spooked Whitebeard.
I don't trust all of these proceedings all that much.
We're in the land of magic with a bunch of slimy scumbags that fight to the death.
Right, so
Seems pretty level to me.
what you say, since we're down here on the ground floor and most susceptible to any kind of, whatever might happen, we set our own little watch for the night.
That sounds really, really smart. Or I can cast Sanctuary.
I want to lock the trap door leading to the roof.
Actually, yeah, I'll try to cast Sanctuary. Gambrinus.
How long does that last, though? That won't cover us all
10
night.
minutes.
Yeah.
It just depends. Depends on how I
Oh, does
roll.
does the duration increase
It
as
can
you
get
roll?
up to 7 days.
Oh, okay.
No, it could be a permanent sanctuary of a castle-sized...
Right, but doesn't it break as soon as you attack somebody?
Yeah, but if we can't be attacked
Well,
while we're in the house...
I mean, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Right.
I've never done a cleric spell.
Well, you
it's
roll.
like a wizard spell. How many of those have you done?
You roll a d20. You add your personality and your level.
Oh, cool.
Personality modifier.
Yes, I'm sorry, not your total personality.
No, I
yes.
got it. So 6 plus 8 is 14.
I mean, you succeeded, so you didn't get disapproval.
Yeah.
I think that's like the minimum result.
This only lasts 1 turn.
That's what I thought.
Yep.
10 minutes, that's what I told you.
Hey, look, no disapproval, so it's all
Oh,
good.
yeah, it's fine.
And in fact, you could always just, like, during your shift, that's what you do. Is you just kind of keep casting Sanctuary.
So how many shifts are we doing?
What's the...
There's 2 of you.
No, there's 3 of us
of
if we
us.
include Quill.
Oh, okay.
My boy Quill.
What's the... Is
Don't
it
talk to my
6
boy.
or 8 hours that's the required amount of rest? Oh.
So,
Well, unless we had Pothos or Edmund to help us, we couldn't really cover the whole night. But
you need me to wake back up. So I start, then Quill, then me again. Then you get... No, I'm kidding. Maybe we get Edmund on this action.
I was going to put some Fey wards up, but then I was like...
Now, here's
that's
what
a
we'll
pointless
do.
fucking spell.
they're probably not likely to attack the closer we get to morning. So let's say I take the last shift. I'll set us a little trap in front of the door with some boom shroom going.
Hold on.
Okay, if anybody comes in, the whole tower falls off the cliff and everyone dies, and they can't hurt us if we're all already dead.
Now, look, I appreciate the overblown expectation of my capabilities, but
Maybe-
it's only a 5-foot radius.
Don't worry, Pothos. I'm sure those idiots downstairs won't ruin anything.
Maybe it's a rake and they just step on it and hit themselves in the face.
Wang!
Yeah, maybe it's like
It's a dirty chalkboard eraser balanced on the top of the door.
It's 2 paint
Oh,
cans.
I didn't buy chalk. Shit.
I'll make some food. It's the duct tape of the...
No, but okay. I'm gonna set a trap at the door that if it opens, it'll like
Ring a
spin my crowbar and clang it on the wall, so we'll all get like woke up by it or something. And that'll be like the last 2 hours of our watch shifts.
All right, sounds good to me.
Danny, I understand. I apologize if all of this is completely unreasonable because nothing is planned to happen, but I feel like given some of the things we've been exposed to, our concerns are maybe a little legitimate.
I'm going to roll it one more time.
So the watch order is...
I think it should be Quill, then Lionel, and then Mortimer. And then the last 2 hours we're all sleeping because Mortimer will have set up his traps.
All good?
I'll try to roll it one more time.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. 18 plus 4 plus 2.
24.
24.
Oh, you got a nice personality score.
Wow, Lionel, you've got a nice personality.
I mean,
Sounds like something you'd say on a date in DCC. You have a nice personality score.
Don't look at me.
Did
I'm
you see
hideous.
her personality?
don't got in for short die.
Look at the personality score on that one.
Oh, and that's a +2 at least.
Hey, where you going with all that personality? You saved some for me and the boys? Just kept calling.
You serve int with that personality shake?
Yo, you're the kind of chick I'd want to introduce to my mom, and then my neighbor's mom, Bazooka!
I might not have that personality, but can tell you I got that stamina to go with it.
You shake a lot of hands? You're not Joe Biden in me, are you? All right. The cleric can create a holy sanctuary that includes himself and up to 2 allies within 5.
Hey!
The other protected allies must remain within 5 or the effect ends. Enemies are compelled to focus their attacks against other targets. As long as an attacker can reasonably attack some other target, must choose to do so. A cleric and his projectiles. Creatures of 3 HD or less cannot attack.
Yeah.
Why am I reading all this?
This is all pointless.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is all pointless.
It's
Okay,
not
It
relevant.
lasts 1 turn.
Oh, good. 10 whole minutes of protection that doesn't matter.
Hey, that's 20 back-to-back minutes, baby.
Okay, that's it.
All right.
So we take our watches. Do you need me to roll for my setup trap?
Yeah, you don't need to roll for that.
Okay, cool.
You're just putting a bunch of empty bottles in front of the door. It's not a big deal.
Just put some tape.
So as night falls and everyone heads to bed, with the exception of Quill staying up for the first watch, where are you watching, by the way?
We can't go outside the tower.
He's probably watching the door. And then,
So you're sitting on the first floor watching them.
Yes.
Okay.
yeah, because he can't. What good would he be upstairs? Under
Well,
the trapdoor?
also, we've been told we're not allowed to go into Bindell L. Johnson's
I
room.
actually didn't say that. I just said, what are you doing up here?
Okay, we've been given the impression we're not supposed to go into Bindell L. Johnson's room.
Quill stares at Benzel as he sleeps.
And
he's like, what the fuck is a platypus?
and if we wanted to go to the roof, you know, we would need a Mortimer to unlock the lock because he locked it. And even then, if we're on the roof...
I think it's just a bar.
Oh, okay. Oh, to prevent someone from outside coming in.
Yeah, I think that's all.
But even then, we might be reluctant to do that because, a wizard...
Wizard on the ground. You!
Yes, you're not in the tower! Exactly, a wizard can make an argument that you're not in the tower, I can kill you.
I just like that we're in this magical world. We're like, no, there's going to be a cat burglar. It's going to be some, like...
No, it's not cat... No, someone's sending, assassins
it's
or something.
Okay. Quill's watching me as I sleep.
Quill's just like, I wish 2 worms that were hired by another assassin changeling would climb in your window and murder you. I'm kidding.
That couldn't be detected by your robotic sentry.
It was called to episode 2.
I know.
Star Wars.
Because R2-D2 is in there. and he
that's
did
right,
this.
yeah.
Yeah, I picked up what you're stepping in.
Wouldn't she be a pension?
He's sniffing what you're scratching.
Ew.
Like the stickers.
So as night falls and Quill stays up for watch, all of the crowds slowly disperse, mostly heading back to the docks to stay aboard whatever strange vessels they sailed here on. The servitors set up dripping fat lamps, which keep the causeways lit but cast long shadows, and then return to the blockhouses and disappear until the island is all but deserted and a deep quiet settles over the Isle of Dagon. Your watch passes without issue, and then you head to bed as Lionel takes up watch in the same location, I assume.
I suppose. I mean, where else am I going to go? You've done well, Quill.
And your watch also passes without you, as does Mortimer's.
Well, that was fun.
All right.
And as morning dawns, the lamps, well... Yeah, they are lamps. The lamps are taken down. I forgot my description several seconds after I said it. The lamps are taken down, and the crowds slowly come back to the causeways, and you hear the excited talking of the passers-by as they feast and drink and await the next of the matches.
I slept so well, like I had a person watching over me all night. It made my nightmares far less horrible.
Yeah?
No, they were still miserable.
Is this a regular thing?
Oh, yes. Pretty much every night. Not every night, but, a good 9 out of 10, I would say.
Have you tried to, see someone for that?
Like a doctor who will give me leeches?
No, I don't know, a cleric or someone who could banish evil curses or something.
I've tried banishing evil curses already. It didn't work.
Well, that sounds pretty awful.
No, it's just all part of the territory. It's all
Is that so?
The secret magic in my mind.
So it's like instead of all these buggers what got their physical wumpsies gobbled, you got the mental hipspits.
I think they have the mental hit splits too. That's not a side effect of my magic, by the way. That's from me reading tomes.
Oh, so that's not what did you call it? Affliction?
Corruption?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You just peered too deeply into things you shouldn't have
I
looked
held
at.
the time cube, and that screwed up my perception of time.
What?
And then-
Wait. Oh, of course, Count Robert.
Yeah, he loves his little time cube.
It broke.
It's a shame it broke. And then I read a book dedicated to a goddess of death. Semi-knowingly, it was kind of dumb. I don't... what are you going to do? And ever since then, they've been twice as bad as they were before that. The ones before that were 100% my fault for my terrible actions in the past.
So do you like...
Well, you know what? I'd still do the adventuring thing with you. I'm still not terribly keen on the fact that we'll be slaughtered if you lose.
Yeah, but...
But you're not going to lose, right? Of course.
The mighty Bindel L. Johnson.
Please, God, don't let him lose.
So books are your friend?
Say what?
Are books your friend? Do you have, friends?
He's building a bloody library! Oh, you're saying does he have friends besides books?
Yeah, because you got to talk it out.
I have Pothos.
Yeah, Pothos is a therapeutic,
Reza. You met Reza.
And Petra, the Never Unarmored, was a friend of yours, wasn't she?
Oh, yes. Petra was a great friend. It's a shame that she... Well, it's not... How do I put this? It's a shame that the events led up to her gallantly sacrificing her life. It's not a shame she did it. The world's much better because she did.
Who knows what a wild death god would have done, yeah.
Reza's kind of a husk of his former self, I can tell.
That's okay. I have a new hand in work for him.
What?
A perfect new hand.
What?
I'm trying to make sure it won't be too intelligent, though.
I don't know if you know this, but a prosthetic is not going to fix a broken mind.
Right, but
help.
if the prosthetic has a mind, then he'll have two minds, and it'll be better than just the broken one, right?
Well, also, part of it is he feels like he's not useful anymore. So giving him full functionality of his limb again should help at least a little bit. And then we're going to work on his spine.
Right, he's not saying it'll fix everything, but given all that he sacrificed, the least he could do is give him something.
Look, you
right?
got a project
Exactly.
that involves a person that you clearly care about for some reason.
And this is a thing I think that at least so far, I'm liking about you, Bindel. You do care for your friends. I don't know about all these wizards. Everyone seems pretty subservient to him.
I don't really want sycophants and servants. I want people to be free and have knowledge that they can use.
Right, so, since now we do know that about you, I'll be willing to play along with this coin slave stuff.
Oh, I don't actually mean that. I mean,
I
if
know,
they're
but
gonna
that's
call
what,
you actually...
I won't balk at it anymore. I won't try to ruin your thunder with the higher ups.
While they're talking,
I was just trying to make it not complicated in case they have some sort of weird thing with not slave servants.
I asked.
I
What's for
understand
breakfast?
now. I won't
Servitor.
try to put any wrenches in your gear
Pothos brings
gumptions.
over a dirty sock and plops it down in front of you.
Servitors,
The
I
ghost.
want crepes with... I want apple and strawberry crepes and sausage on the side. Corn? Cornmeal cakes as well.
One of the servitors runs off while the other looks at Lionel.
Is that just
Mortimer.
your breakfast?
Grits.
No, I want
bangers,
enough for everyone.
Oh, great. That sounds delicious.
6 eggs.
Haven't had
over
bangers and
medium.
mash in ages.
Double everything he's saying. We want enough for everyone.
Yeah.
But there aren't any there aren't any mash.
I,
You just ordered bangers.
I said bangers and grits.
Hey,
We're having a goddamn feast if we might die today.
bloody right. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, I mean, look. I think
Got unlimited servants willing to provide anything for you. Why not take advantage of it,
well
eh?
here.
You're about to die, you bloody messy diff, yeah.
The servitors head away, and a short while later, several of them return with an absolute mountain of food at your request.
Oh, blimey,
which
now we're
they-
talking.
They set the table for you. The crepes are a little bit cruder made than like the best you've ever had.
Certainly not Count Robert crepes and
Yeah,
yeah.
but
Yeah, it doesn't
all the
matter.
food is great and
Right.
top quality ingredients.
If today's a big day, we can't not have, look, servitors, if you don't mind. He says, he
They
asks,
seem to listen to you.
could we get ourselves a right cask of some dwarven mead?
One of the servitors runs off, and a short while later does indeed return with a cask of fine dwarven mead.
Oh,
So you
You're
don't
all
want to
in
make
for-
it through the day.
you're all in for a treat. No.
dwarf.
Look.
A bit of day drinking.
I'll have a flask. You'll have, a
I'll
thimble.
have a thimble. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Stole it right out of my mouth.
He might have a shot. I don't know about the goat. Maybe he'll just eat the cup with the ale in it, or the mead in it. All right. You don't have to have any.
Pothos isn't a big drinker. But, I have bad news, Pothos. Followers of Gambrius can only heal those who accept ale.
It doesn't have to be as strong as dwarven mead or anything, but
This is the episode where we just have a vacation. We don't ever actually
Yeah.
get to the deathmatch. We start taking selfies with each of towers.
Mortimer-
we plank.
one of the pieces of equipment I bought Mortimer was an empty flask, so I am going to fill my flask from the dwarven mead, and then I'm going to get myself a whole cup of it and enjoy it with my breakfast.
Is there anything we want to do today, or can we fast forward to the duel
Apparently,
after
we're
this?
having a lazy
Pothos
vacation.
will, if somebody offers him alcohol, he will take a single lap because I don't think even a thimble.
I'll offer it in a plate, so it's just a shallow little thing you can lap.
Yeah, he takes a single lap. And we don't want a drunk goat. I feel like that would be bad.
A drunk devil goat? I don't know.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Carlos just eats the tablecloth with all the food on it, and then it all falls into the floor.
No, he takes the tablecloth and he rips it out and then chews, and all the food goes plop.
No, he very politely waits for the stuff that was ordered specifically for him.
I fill him a plate full of food.
He eats all of the food and then the plate.
Yes. After we finish eating, Mortimer will want to see, since we have if the previous day was anything to go by, and the fight is going to happen towards the end of the day, Mortimer would like to go out and kind of explore some of the crags, spurs, and cliff sides where he might gather some of those interesting ingredients or reagents he spotted if Bindel is willing to accompany him.
Let's explore the island.
I'll walk the dwarf so he can collect some dirt.
Love the way that you phrased that.
Well, to my eyes, I'm just a farmer that farms turnips.
So after taking your time to enjoy your breakfast feast, you head out and you kind of like make your way along the edge of the causeways, and you can see that all of the blockhouses, you don't see any residents besides the servitors, and they all look pretty empty inside. But kind of the crags of the cliffs are very easily scaled. They're very like climbable, and so you can head up and you can chip away at some rock and find some like different moss and stuff growing there for your reagents. And you kind of, while you're sort of on the lip of one, you can kind of see the sign of like a little cave around the edge. So like if you climbed around to sort of the side back of the isle, it looks like there might be like little caves back there.
Like how far of a distance?
It's quite a ways, and you would need to make like a climb check to
Like
get
could I hammer in some iron spikes and string a rope along there so that my fellows could follow if they wanted to?
Yeah, if you have that stuff with you.
I have 10 iron spikes and a 50-foot rope.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will make those climb checks and do that so that if my fellows are so inclined. Well, I guess you could just cast fly if you wanted to.
I cannot.
Oh.
It's not in my current book of spells.
Popos can frisk up and down the...
Oh yeah, you could probably just like walk up the cliffs and shit, basically.
I
all
was
right.
literally born for this!
All right, I do have a +7 to climb sheer surfaces. Actually, since I'm not in combat right now, I can take off my armor and not incur the check penalty to my climb sheer surfaces. Would that be an acceptable kind of thing to do,
Yeah,
Danny?
just come back, drop it off, and then go back.
I can just like stuff it in my backpack.
Oh yeah, that too.
Naked dwarf looks like Gollum.
It's not naked. He's still wearing clothes. It's just leather armor.
It would be weird if he looked like a golem. It definitely looks like Gollum.
Aha, I see. Topical. All right, so my first check is a 28.
All right, so you easily kind of scale around the side of the mountain.
Oh, sorry. As these, I see something back here, like a cave or something worth exploring.
That could be interesting. I am kind of bored, to be honest.
Well-
I mean, all the fancy food and stuff's cool, but something to do would be nice.
I'm gonna hammer up some rope work so y'all can follow me around, eh?
Excellent.
Thank you, Kano.
Popos is just standing next to you watching.
All right, that's pretty bloody impressive, actually.
He only needs about this much of a ledge.
Yeah. Do you need me to make another one?
No.
Oh, okay.
So you kind of scurry around the side, and you see that the steep cliff wraps around the back of the island. Untouched by hammer or chisel, the raw stone rises several hundred feet from crashing waves all the way to the peak of the island. And the cliff walls are pierced by occasional caves. None of them are any larger than 3 feet in diameter, and they are dotted all around the back of the island, up and down its length.
That's a
You
bit
say 3 feet in diameter, but like he can't see to the back of the cave from where he is, right?
No.
Okay.
It goes quite deep into the island as far as you can see, and it's completely unlit.
Well, if he can, Mortimer's going to rub up a dapple of lumagoo and stick it on the tip of his dagger and start crawling into one of these.
It's just anytime you pull something out, because I don't know what your stuff does, I'm like, oh, he's gonna blow up the home of all the servitors.
No, this just creates light for.
It's basically like a glow stick.
Yeah. For raves.
Now I have at the level I'm at, can create infrared light, which I think allows people with dark vision to see further.
I would assume so,
Yeah. So it's normally
I don't think it makes you see further. I think it makes it so you can see and no one else can.
Oh, that makes sense.
I think that's what it is. You can see in the dark, but no one else could see in the dark. You also wouldn't.
People
alert
with dark vision, other people with dark vision could probably also see in the dark.
but you wouldn't. It's like an infrared torch, so
Right.
you wouldn't alert people to your presence either.
That makes sense.
Night vision goggles.
It lasts for 1 to 4 hours. I don't know how I determine that. Do you want me to roll a d4?
D4.
Okay. So this one will last for an hour.
All right. What is the marching order of those entering the caves? Oh, sorry, crawling order.
Yeah, I mean, like, nobody necessarily has to follow Mortimer, but he is very curious.
Oh, I didn't even know if, like, you'd come back yet. Because you were, like, stringing the thing. And I thought that's where we left off.
Oh, no, I guess I assumed you guys were following me.
Pothos is.
He'll give a shout when he's got the rope set up. It's good to go.
Yeah, we have to crawl in there. Yeah, might as well, right?
All right, Quill.
Well, yeah, everyone's going to have to crawl.
Not really.
will
You
have-
just have to stoop.
Oh, I guess I could kind of hunch over and just...
Yeah, and both of us can just walk.
Yeah, oh, Pothos is fine, yeah.
Good job.
You will have no agility bonus modifier to your AC.
Sure. Since I have the light, I'll probably go in front, and I'm also the person who's dedicated to this exploring. I guess you guys arrange yourself however you want. Is Pothos right behind me since he was traveling with me, basically?
Sure.
Okay.
Let me cast a shield before we get on that rope, Lionel. See if I can get a nice, long-lasting shield for us.
Do you want me to come back for that? No, okay.
No, I can't get a nice, long-lasting shield for us. But I don't want to sit here all day doing it either. Let's just go.
What do you give?
Oh, I guess I should do 2. I'll do the first one. And the
To get the
second
plus
one.
4 bonus?
Plus 4 bonus. That's pretty good, anyway.
31.
One short of the max.
Ah,
The caster conjures a battalion of magical shields that protect him and his allies. The caster is automatically shielded, as are all allies in a 10-foot radius.
dang.
Each shield lasts 1d4 plus 1 hours.
Pothos is happy to be, like,
2 hours.
climbing. And,
And in a
Gives us
dark
a plus
cave.
6 to our AC.
nice.
All right.
But doesn't have the damage reduction or the missile thing?
But don't forget that you lose your agility
Okay.
modifiers.
Yeah.
That is correct.
To saving throws or just to skills?
To your,
To your
your
AC.
AC.
It's your AC.
Oh,
That's what he's saying, 'cause
right.
You can't
Gotcha,
dodge
sorry.
around in the little cave.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay. So then, so it'll be Mortimer, Pothos, and then how are the three
Findel,
of you?
then Lionel and Quill, or Quill, then Lionel.
Quill then Lionel.
In case he slips, then Lionel can be like, "Oh, good, I gotcha."
Yes.
All right, so that's how we go.
Okay, so you squeeze yourself into this tight, narrow tunnel, which seems to wend and turn against other such tunnels, intersecting at seemingly random intervals, forever diving further and further into the heart of the island.
Mortimer is really excited since he hasn't really been able to hang out with dwarves. It's been a good while since he's been able to do any cave delving, so he's real happy right now.
I super hate this. Being a farmer and always just...
this kind of sucks.
About 10 minutes pass, and there's really no sign of these tunnels ever coming to, or rather, there's no sign yet that you're coming to any sort of end. Whichever of you has the worst luck, roll me a luck check.
It's not me.
Pothos, what's your luck?
13.
Oh, God. What about Quill? What about the boy? So I have a 12? So
Yeah,
me?
it's you.
Oh, do you also have a
Wow.
13?
I have a 14.
Oh, wow.
Luck check. Luck check.
So what'd you roll? An 8?
Yeah.
So you succeed.
Because you want to roll
Unless you're
lower
trying to
than
go-
your luck.
Yeah, you're trying to go lower than your luck, right? For a luck check, Nate? Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So, you want to continue climbing deeper into the tunnels, then?
Mortimer is definitely intrigued and would like to, but he does kind of...
And it's only been 10 minutes.
You all good to keep going?
Well, it's been a little while, I think.
Yeah. Yes, but it's been about, 10 minutes, I think? If you're not too tired or anything, I'd like to keep digging in. We don't know what's down here.
I wish I had some knee pads.
Don't think I can do anything for you there, boss.
That's fine. I'll have someone sew my robes when I get back.
There's no someone. It's Edmund.
If you want, you can borrow my shield and you just scrape your knees along that way. You put your knees...
That's fine. I'm just complaining to complain. Kneecaps. I turned my staff into glowing kneecaps.
Oh, yeah, you
knee,
can...
not knee pads, kneecaps. He turned them into a gross pair of human kneecaps.
that also
Just
have
glowing.
a little fire glowing thing between them.
Gross.
I stick by what I said.
All right.
All right, so we continue on then.
So you continue scurrying deeper into these tunnels. You can hear the noises of things moving around in here. You can hear the clicking of insect servitors, and you can hear the scurrying of feet. You continue going deeper and deeper through twisting tunnels. They intersect with one another, and you have to pick ways to go. And another 10 minutes of exploration, and I'll have another luck check.
Oh, God. 18.
Oh, boy.
All right, you hear incest, furious.
Incest?
Incensed?
Oh, sorry, incensed.
Okay.
Incest furious. That's a little more worrying than the other thing.
Is it?
But to be fair, in 2020, it's not as crazy.
This
as
isn't in 2020.
Nothing is as crazy in 2020.
I mean, this is like the 1600s.
It's
so
way
it's
less
just
crazy,
normal,
probably.
like behavior back then.
I feel like it's weirder now.
Yes.
You think incest is weirder now?
Yes, marrying cousins
Now
and
that
shit was absolutely
now that
normal.
we don't have a cultural norm of that being a thing that people do.
It's super fetishized.
Yes, because
the
it's
reason
not
it's a fetish
normal.
is because it's not a cultural norm.
Well, the way Game of Thrones does it and all the shipping, I'm just saying, culturally.
So, incensed.
You hear incensed, furious, chittering noises, and then you hear fast scurrying of feet growing closer and closer, and then
Well, Bindel's got light, and so does Mortimer.
I got a torch, but I can't light it because
you
I'm
see
crawling.
7 insect servitors, 3 of them coming from behind you and 4 coming from the front, all armed with glaives, coming in quickly. Roll initiative.
Oh.
I don't think they're too happy with us being down here.
Called it.
What'd you call?
Remember, I was like, "Oh, we're just gonna crawl in the servitor's home."
Oh, I totally
When
didn't.
we were talking about.
Well,
No,
also,
I
it's
heard you.
not like
Okay.
we were told we couldn't go here.
No, I'm just saying.
No, yeah, you did call it.
So
12 for Mortimer.
9.
10.
7 for Pothos.
Is this gonna be like the ant thing where only you and Lionel can actually fight right now?
Oh, probably.
Does
I mean, you can maybe cast Magic Missile. Oh, no, you can't see. You might be able to see.
I might be able to cast Magic Missile, because I don't necessarily have to see my targets for the higher ends.
And you are shedding light, so you might be able to see some on the fringe.
I'll
But
just lightning bolt one way and then the next,
Oh.
and then crawl out.
that doesn't sound good.
does Quill have combat stats?
He's a level 0, 3 health points, and he carries a longsword.
Also, we need to roll to see if he
Okay.
panics.
Roll his initiative. Does he panic already?
Yeah, the
Is he
prospect.
just a standard hireling? I wasn't
Yeah,
sure
he
if
is
this
just-
was a special
Yeah,
thing.
level 0 hireling. I didn't hire a level because I would have consulted you. 8. Horistos, torchbearer.
Yeah, during his first combat, he must immediately make a morale check. It's a will check, modified by Lionel's personality.
+2.
Does he have a target number?
No, there's no target number listed. It's just
I guess that's up to you.
All right. Well, I rolled a 2, so he's freaking the fuck out.
Oh, okay.
let me look at. I mean, he definitely failed, but let me go look at actual morale.
My
checks
personality
somewhere else.
helped, right, with my +2.
He rolled a 2.
Yeah. So he got a 4.
Oh, cool. Well, no, all I heard was 2.
Yeah, he rolled a 0, dude.
You made it twice as high.
Nice.
You doubled his check.
He's got crazy wizards talking sexual to him.
What? When did that happen?
You have no concept of time. It just happened. Well, it looks like them Duke boys are up to no good. Bunch of bug people flying about.
They need an 11 or higher to succeed.
Okay. Well, he definitely doesn't
They
get that.
attempt to flee the combat.
Well, I'm blocking him, right?
Yeah.
Yes, you are. So the servitors quickly close in, moving extremely swiftly through the tunnels, and their long arms plus the long stabbing glaives, which are perfect for these tunnels, allow them to swarm your front and back
I mean, they can
ranks.
still only hit us like one at a time, right?
They can hit you like 2 at a time.
Oh, one in front and one behind each.
Not like 2 in each
Oh,
side.
they can fit 2 at a time in these tunnels?
It's glaives.
Yeah, and they can stab over each other.
Well, yes, yeah.
Can they climb on the ceiling?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they have double the space to work with, basically.
What is Mortimer's AC
13 right now.
with his shield?
He didn't get the shield.
Oh.
He was outside of the 10-foot radius.
All right. 13, you said, right?
Yep.
The first attack misses.
Oh, wow.
The second attack hits.
Uh-huh.
The third attack
Eesh.
hits.
3? Oh, God.
And the fourth attack also hits.
What?
They have 2 glaives each.
Aren't glaives two-handed weapons?
They have 6 arms.
Yeah, they're bug arms.
Oh, right. Okay, all right. Fine.
There's Grievuses.
That's okay. I'm just going to die for being curious.
All right.
It is the theme
That's
of
how
the
it
game.
works.
Not how any of my other characters died. Okay, that's not true. My very first character died for being curious.
11 damage from the first attack, 7 from the second, and 8 from the third.
All right, he's dead.
Technically downed, right? That's how that works. In
Yes,
DCC?
technically he's down.
What is Lionel's AC?
22.
Okay. One of them crits.
Naturally.
It's 22.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so one of them crits and the rest fail to hit. So I need to see what crit table they have.
Well, it seems like my pooper's been peppered. Sorry about that luck roll.
It's not your fault. I let us down here.
You went, we followed.
Yeah, but It also, we weren't given any instructions that we couldn't do something like this.
Yeah, that's kind of the whole point, I think.
It doesn't seem like the servitors should just be able to attack us on sight.
Well, maybe they're not bound by the rules below the island.
Or maybe they're not bound by rules at all if they're not currently serving.
Well, yeah, it seems like a real easy to get the way to get the party wiped.
Do any of these servitors look familiar?
Can you tell them apart?
I don't know. How woke am I on bug culture?
I don't know. How woke are you on bug culture?
Maybe my sister married a bug,
Probably not.
and I speak a little.
Do you have that as one of your additional languages?
He doesn't have additional languages. He's got 8 it.
He just insta kills me.
No.
30
Very
health
possible with crits.
I guess it took.
So the glaive comes stabbing in, and it kind of ricochets off your head, glancing off your ear, deafening you for
Oh, that's the one that Razor got hit with near the end.
6 days.
What?
When he got hit with all the stabs, one of them hit you in the head and made him deaf in one ear.
I mean, I know I got hit, but I don't remember that being it.
So 10 points of damage in addition to being deafened for 6 days.
In one ear or both ears?
One ear.
I think it just says deafened.
Yeah, it actually says it blood glances off your head, so
Okay,
it's not
yeah.
even necessarily that your ear was damaged.
Oh, my head's ringing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For 6 days.
Yeah.
Yeehaw.
Okay, here we go. I have 20 out of 30 health points. Oh, wait, -2, right? Shield?
No, -1.
Oh,
-1.
I have 21.
So it is Mortimer's turn. He's bleeding out.
Yep. Do I need to roll something, or it's just I have how many?
You have your
turns.
level in 5.
I have
Oh,
five.
five. Oh, 5, right. 5
turns. Okay.
You have
Or is it
7.
5 turns, not 5 rounds.
Servitors?
5 rounds.
5 rounds.
5
Yeah,
rounds,
that's okay. That's
I
what I
always
thought.
mix those 2 terms up.
Yeah.
Bindel's turn.
Could you just be like, I am Bindel O. Johnson. Stop attacking my servants.
I'm a mighty wizard! Stop attacking my servants!
There's no response.
That's what I
except for
assume, which
furious,
is why I'm
angry
casting
chittering.
sleep!
That's a pretty good one.
7, 19, 19 plus another 8.
27.
Thank you.
No problem.
Within a range of 200 feet, the caster can place a single target in a supernatural ongoing endless sleep with no saving throw, or normal ongoing sleep with a save to a group of up to 16 targets.
So which of the single servitors do you want to put in a supernatural?
No, he could do.
I think I'd like to try all 16.
Well, there's only 7.
I
Yeah,
want to
are
put,
there more-
I
are there
wanna
not
put
more
9 others up to 200 feet away,
Okay.
also asleep.
Okay.
They get just collateral damage sleeped.
So what kind of save is it?
A saving throw, a will saving throw against a
7.
27.
They all fall asleep.
Get the fuck out of here! Keep going. For one day,
Lionel's turn.
I grab. What kind of
Mortimer?
Porthos, drag him.
Bothos does.
Well, it's Lionel's turn next.
Okay, well, then.
If I go up to him and heal him now,
You
How?
can't. There's
Oh, 'cause
people
we're-
in the
we're
way. We have to
single file?
get out.
okay. Trying to calm down Quill with a smile on my face, but blood gushing from the side of my head from being hit with a glaive. Yeah, we start to retreat.
Okay, so you head back. Quill will follow. He doesn't really have much choice. Pothos grabs Mortimer. Yes?
Yep.
And then can't really start going back yet because Bindel is in the way. 4 more servitors appear, two from the front and 2 from the back.
Called it. I hate saying it, but I'm just like, ooh, they have to come somewhere.
Alright, so 2 of them charge in towards Pothos and 2 towards Bindel. Or no,
Lionel.
2 towards Lionel.
Lionel Johnson.
So Lionel, 22, right?
Yeah.
That's 1 regular hit. Yeah, just the 1 regular hit. And that is 7 points of damage.
Magoo.
Remember, you can heal yourself if you need to.
Okay.
And then Pothos' AC?
16.
16, okay. That is a fumble on the first.
Usually based on an armor.
Yeah.
So it'd probably be like a D4 if he's not wearing, or is that higher if you're not wearing armor?
The heavier your armor, the bigger the die.
Yeah. So unless there's like a natural armor factor, but
He misses wildly, but miraculously causes no other damage. The other insect servitors laugh at him. He hits with his second attack. The first one hits with his first. Okay, so 3 hits. So that's 9, and 7.
25 damage.
I have 2 health.
So it's Mortimer's turn.
That's
He's
2
bleeding
turns he's
out.
been out.
Yeah. Bindel's turn.
This is a test of a metal. I mean, I'm hit like a pinata. Well, looks like our adventurers are in a really sticky situation. While you're sitting there waiting for us to figure out what we're doing, I would like to invite you to come over to Proud Brews Ale Works on the corner of the Cobblestone Street next to Four Tooth Annie.
I hope his wife and child can run the brewery without him. I was joking when I said all you guys were gonna die today, but I think all you guys are gonna die today.
We're gonna die.
It's time to cast invisibility and let the rest of the party die.
Would that even work? The rats will just come off of me.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, you always summon the rats?
Yeah, it's a stupid mercurial effect that makes the spell worthless.
All right. Well, I am holding my hammer.
I'm going to cast sleep again.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Oh boy.
I think that spell's lost.
Oh boy. Deuce is
5,
wild.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, it's not lost. One target within range must make its save against a 12 or fall asleep for 1d6 turns.
Behind or in front?
I'm facing towards Pothos, so I assume that way is probably easier.
DC 12 will save?
Yep.
He passes.
Yeah! Leave us be! We're just trying to get the fuck out of here!
And
We'll
then-
leave the dwarf!
Are you going to also take your move action backwards?
Yeah, as much as I can.
Yeah, because Lionel and Quill moved back already, so you can proceed backwards as well. That will make it Lionel's turn.
Would these creatures be unholy?
I'm feeling generous. I'll give it to you.
Alright.
You gonna turn or you gonna smite?
Cause fear.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Targets must make a will save versus the caster's check result or flee for 1 round. Plus paladin level. Away from paladin. Alright. So let's try to... Oh, what's the range on that? Okay, here we go. Alright. There it is. So, fear. And then we got to roll. Okay, so 24.
Nice.
1d4 targets.
So how many are approaching us right now?
4.
3.
All right.
Targets must make a will save versus the caster's check
So
result
you're 24.
or flee for 1 round.
So
Plus
which
caster level.
Plus caster level. So 5 rounds.
Yeah.
so which 3? You have to leave one either in front of you or one in front of Pothos.
I want to leave one in front of Pothos because I'm going to keep clearing
If they
the
run
way.
away, then you can move out.
Yeah.
That's the smart choice.
I got 2 glaives.
What is the
24.
will check? 24. This one narrowly fails. That one horribly fails. And that one badly fails.
Oh!
So 3 of them flee, and then
I did the haka, guys.
I assume you and Quill each retreat. Well, Quill definitely wants to retreat, but I assume you do as well.
Yeah. With the way he rolled, with that 4, he's probably like fanatic and can't be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just scurrying as fast as he can behind you. So that'll make it Pothos' turn.
Can Pothos flee?
Yes.
He's gonna do that.
Okay.
Leaving Mortimer?
Sorry.
No, I don't blame you, at all.
You can move while dragging Mortimer with
Right,
your
but that's
teeth.
gonna make me a lot slower and have less far to flee, right?
But you can only flee up to where Bindel is anyway, so it's not going to affect your total distance.
Oh, so...
Just headbutts Bindel with the goat horns.
Well, I wasn't clear enough in what I was asking, clearly.
You can flee up to how far I have fleed.
Now I understand that.
And you can still do so while dragging me if Pothos is so inclined, which I would not blame him if he was not so inclined.
How many feet away is Bendel?
30 if I took a normal move action.
I can only
about
move 25.
30. Oh, 25.
Oh, okay, 25 feet away.
Because bandit
What's the
is-
likelihood that these things are afraid of fire? Not at all, because they lit lanterns last night.
Pretty low, yeah.
I guess I'll drag Mortimer since I can't get away.
You could also drop Mortimer, attack, and then flee. Or you could not attack and drag Mortimer.
Yeah, I guess I just don't really see the point of trying to attack. I don't think it's going to be that effective.
Fair. I just wanted to let you know that you could if you wanted to.
Pothos is going to light his horns on fire and attack the nearest bug and then move.
Okay.
Yeah, there's only the one bug behind you.
One awake bug.
Yes, correct. And you get to do the bite and the headbutt, right?
Board and bite.
21 to hit.
That hits for sure.
So then that's 5 plus 6 is 11. 12 points of damage.
Okay.
Nice.
You tear a huge chunk out of this insect.
And then I'm going to bite him because I can do both.
Yeah.
Right?
Correct.
Jeez, you are fucking him up.
Oh,
It's 12 points. Gosh.
probably should have cast my second spell each turn, too.
Really? He's really nice.
Johnson, I'm not above fighting fair. This is my spell casting hand.
7 more points of damage.
You rip his head off.
While my horns are on fire.
Oh my, that's epic as
You could have like
fuck.
slept
Metal.
twice
And then-
or like slept in
The
magic
second one's
missile.
only a d14.
And then I
so
let out a
but
bleeding
still.
scream.
probably just cast shield.
Uh-oh.
Yes, that would help too.
Stalactites fall to the...
Yes, please, something.
Alright. Another 4 insect servitors emerge from the tunnels and charge in to attack you.
Pothos also moves backward after he
Oh,
does.
yes.
Yes. 22 for Lionel, right? AC?
I thought you were like, I hit. With
For
a crit.
22 damage.
22, because I just, expedited the whole process.
This turn, none of the glaives managed to penetrate your armor. And was it 16 for Pothos?
Yes.
Miss.
Wish I could have given everybody strength.
Miss.
It just runs through 5 people.
Hits. That's a fumble. 8 points of damage.
Pothos is down.
And that servitor suffers a -2 penalty on his next attack roll because he dropped his glaive but quickly caught it again. Bindel's turn.
Fucking bugs. Should never have come down here. Shouldn't have listened to that goddamn dwarf. Invisibility! So 19. The caster turns invisible and remains invisible for up to 1 turn. Lasts as long as the caster does not attack another creature. Okay.
Turn is 10 minutes, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Thousands of rats, mice, voles, and vores pour from the caster's sleeves, robes, and pockets, scattering in every direction. Physical attacks are reduced by 1d4 damage.
Oh, there you go.
With my second die, I'm going to cast a second shield.
Second shield.
13. So it does. I don't lose the spell, but it's like the bitch basic shield.
Which replaces the current shield?
Yeah, for me.
Oh, just for you?
Yeah, it wouldn't replace yours because this only affects me.
Okay.
Plus 2 AC, but I get the plus 4 for my next round of casting on each spell. I need to grab Pothos, but I don't want to.
Isn't Pothos against you?
Yeah, but I use both my action dice unless Danny's gonna let me grab him as I walk.
Got it.
No.
Yeah, I
You
didn't
could
think
grab him, but not walk.
so. I'll grab him.
Wanted to.
Well, then I can't cast next turn.
Is he small enough that you could like wear him over your shoulders?
No, not in this cave environment.
Yeah, we're all crawling. That's why I'm
Because
not.
casting is like move your arms and you talk and stuff. So having a goat while
I can't.
crawling
I wouldn't be
around-
able to do it this turn regardless. But could I like make some sort of like sling with my shape-shifting belt around Pothos and then be able to tow him,
Wouldn't
keeping
you
my hands free?
movement.
I would have to look at the description of how. Can you make like super functional, like super useful stuff like that with that thing?
I mean, it wouldn't really be anything like fancy like that. It'd just be a thing tied around him. And since there's literally no description, since I sent you the entire idea, since there's literally no description of what
gotcha.
you can do with it.
You're using it just as a rope.
I mean, some of the things they tell you is like each time you hit a person, you can age them 10 years.
Man, these
Okay.
servitors are pretty quick. Every round, just a new batch. And they're hardy.
Lionel's turn.
It's too bad you can't blind people with that because it casts light.
Well, I could have if I made it so it does that instead of transforms.
Problem is, it's just they keep coming. And there's so many of them. Yeah, instilling bravery isn't going to do anything. I could try casting Sanctuary, right? And we could try to walk out of here.
Mhm.
But how... So we went 20 minutes in?
Yes, you've been crawling 20 minutes, so you're 2/20ths of the way to the exit.
Okay. The problem is, it's not as potent because I'm low level and... Because I rolled an 18 on my Sanctuary.
It's exactly as potent as Petra's was. You just don't have Bless.
Oh, right. That's what it is. You've been gimped, Polly. Gimped. Yeah, this sucks.
You just use your bung starter to knock the bung off, and you drink straight from the cask. You're like, this is gonna be my last drink. I might as well.
I know. I'll try Sanctuary. 21. Enemies are compelled to focus their attack against other targets, as long as attacking reasonably must choose to do so. Creatures of 3 HD or less cannot attack a cleric in any manner. Creatures of 4 HD or more may attempt a will save to resist the compulsion and attack the cleric. This will save is required even if the cleric is only reasonable. Effect lasts 1 turn. It is immediately dispelled if the cleric attacks or takes aggressive action.
And what does it affect?
So enemies are compelled to focus their attacks against other targets.
So they can't attack you, but they can attack
Yeah.
Quill and everyone
Bindel
else.
and the goat.
Okay.
Yep, that's... Yep. Yep.
So do you want to crawl past them and leave the others to their fate?
Sadly.
Okay.
Sorry. Oh, well, I can... How far... Well, who can I pull? Or is there nobody in my way?
Well, you can force your way past because they can't stop you.
And I can pick up, like, Pothos or I can... pick
No,
up
you
No,
can't.
Oh, I
Quill
can't.
is behind you.
Quill?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, then I just pull Quill as much as I can, but they'll probably attack him.
Okay. So it's Quill's turn. He gets kind of dragged by Lionel. Pothos. Oh, you're down, right.
Yeah, I'm down.
Sorry.
It's the whole flies.
Yeah.
Knocked out.
One more servitor shows up. So let's see. Alright. So Quill is super fucking dead. You drag him up the tunnels as fast as you can, and he just gets repeatedly stabbed from every direction, and he just gets shredded to pieces.
Am I holding a piece of Quill?
Probably his arm, like
Cool.
after a while.
I grip it tightly.
Alright.
I'm the goat's hands.
Literally, now it's just... he's just the goat hand, singular.
So the 5 insects... What would Bindel's AC be?
It would currently be a 16,
Okay.
and
it's not explicit anywhere. I was even trying to look for blind fighting, but like I know invisible servants, all attacks against them have a 50% chance to miss because they're invisible.
Okay. I'll use that then.
Okay.
So 16 you said?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to roll their attacks first, and then I'm going to do a secondary roll
Sure.
to see if that attack actually hits.
Sounds good.
All right. So that would be a hit. We'll say low misses because normally you're trying to roll high for attacks. That's a hit. So that'll be 7 damage. The second attack, that would be a miss, even regardless of the invisibility. Third, miss. That would be a hit, but he misses due to invisibility. Miss. So one more potential hit, which misses.
Okay.
And then it's Bindel's turn. Do you want to try and form your staff? You can do that to make a sling for Pothos if you want to.
Give me a minute to actually like really think about this.
Sure.
It's weird because you were like, when the garden scene, you're like, well, that was the shortest episode. They all fell to their deaths.
This is a fiddly question. How far in feet have we been from where we came in?
About 600.
Well, thank God Quill wasn't my son.
Remember earlier in this episode when you were like, this is the vacation episode where we just drink and have fun and nothing happens at all.
When we were in the house and followed the rules, yeah. That's because, like, that's what we were doing at the time.
Yeah. I just think it's funny that we've gone from there to here and just in that episode. It really is like a horror movie where they're like, yeah, we're having a good time.
Well, we're having a relaxing time. It's not like, because remember we were like, oh, is there a bazaar or market? No. Okay, so we go watch a guy. They like fight to the death, which is kind of like in horror movie fashion. What the fuck is going on? And then Quill was like,
Those poor imps, though.
Quill's the drunken brother. It's like, this is fucking great.
Yeah, he was.
Well, he was. Then he was like, I'm the goat's hands. I'm gonna make that the title.
Don't worry, Quill. We're getting out of here.
And he pulls a Samuel L. Jackson where it's the lit cigarette in his hand on his shoulder. Jurassic Park.
Well, things look pretty dire either way. I think I'm going to do what my emergency plan's been forever.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to spell burn 20 points from a combination of stam, agility, and strength, and cast sleep. Spell burning 20 points will turn into an instant crit, no roll necessary. Now, that will make the result of 32. Natural slumber to all things. The caster causes the world around him. Oh, yeah, this would precede what you did, since you couldn't have gone all the way out in your action. So you're not on the cliff face when this happens.
Oh, he wasn't going to make it all the way back anyway. You were further than that.
Oh, okay, but...
So I don't fall off the cliff when I fall asleep?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All creatures within 500 yards, so 1,500 feet, fall asleep. Creatures of 4 HD or fewer have no saving throw. The affected creatures, including birds, insects, small animals, as well as people, both friendly and unfriendly creatures, are affected. Plants are also affected. Those that close their petals or retract flowers at night behave as if it is nighttime. The effect is supernatural in aspect and cannot be disturbed. The affected world continues to slumber until a specific interruption condition occurs. I'm going to say 1,000 years.
Okay.
Only powerful magic can end the effect sooner.
Okay. So what was the range on this again?
1,500
feet?
Yeah, 500 yards.
Tournament's over.
The whole island is asleep.
Are you sure you want to do it for 1,000 years?
I mean...
I'm just checking. Like, you can.
That's probably a bit excessive, but, like, I think at this point, Bendel's, like, pretty scared, so maybe 1,000 years is way excessive. 1 week.
Okay. Yeah.
I can't do anything. I'm asleep.
You're asleep for a... Wait, is he asleep?
Yeah, it's all friendlies. That's why he wanted to make sure I wasn't at the cliff, that's why I was asking how far to get back. So it's cool.
Because didn't it say something about hit dice?
4 or less is automatically fails.
Oh, okay, and he has 4, right? Because he's level
Level
4.
4.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. All right, so everything falls asleep.
All right. I guess at this point I'm going to have to roll Pothos to see if he's alive because, like, there's no way we're going to heal him in time. And then I'll drag Pothos and then him to the entrance. I guess I can roll Vux's body, too.
If you sleep for a week, will you be able to recover it? Oh, no, you'll need, like, Restore Vitality or some shit to recover your burn, right?
My burn will recover a little bit at a time, yes.
But Restore Vitality would also?
No.
Yes, but would cause him, like, great disapproval, like massive disapproval.
Really?
From Spellburn, yes. That's specifically what it says. We've done this multiple times.
No, I know. I just wasn't sure because his
It's still a clarity spell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Standard.
All right.
Yeah, so you make a luck check.
So you're rolling under your luck. It's not modified by your luck modifier.
Correct. It's just a raw d20 roll under your
7. My luck is 14.
Okay.
Robin, a raw luck check. Try and roll low.
Raw meaning not counting my
Luck
Correct.
modifier,
8.
yeah.
Or 7, sorry.
Okay,
And your
so
luck is
you are also
13.
alive.
okay.
So you're both at 1 HP.
The goat lives!
Both at 1? Is that what you said?
Yes, and you both receive a permanent -1 penalty to, well, let's see. It's determined randomly, so. For Mortimer, it's a -1 penalty to stamina.
So that's to my stamina score.
Yes.
Yes,
But
and
so
same
does that
for
replace it or does it?
yes.
Okay. All right.
Well, you should keep the normal number and somehow mark that it's now permanently lower because technically a deity or some other divine thing can restore you.
Okay.
And same for Pothos. It's also stamina.
So I slowly.
Drag us out.
I don't even think I can, honestly. I think I'd have to I
One
guess
at
I
a
could
time?
turn my belt into something with a sheen surface so it's easier, and then I could maybe drag them out because my strength's really low. It's
Does it-
5.
Does anybody have rope?
Yeah, I definitely
That's
have
what
rope on. Oh no, I used my rope to make our climbing thing.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I'd only have 5 strength.
Yeah.
You have a week though, right?
Do you think I got the whole hive? Maybe.
1,500?
Bindel would try and get you to the entrance, at least near it, as quickly as possible. Yeah. And then I'd have to try and figure out how to, I can probably get across just, between using my belt and the rope system he set up, but I don't think I can get you
Wait.
back out, really.
The paladin didn't go down. He was just asleep, right?
Yes.
You could slap him awake.
No, I can't.
Oh, they
It
only
can't be
magics can wake
can't,
them.
It can't be interrupted.
Right.
I need to know the saving throw for people higher than
Sure.
4 hit dice.
39.
Okay.
It says all, but
I don't think I have any way of really getting you out currently. So I just kind of put them near it, the entrance, but not where they could maybe roll out in their sleep or whatever.
So you just pile them up at the entrance?
Yeah.
Do you think you could get one of the servants to come down and carry us up?
I don't know if any of them are awake. And B, I don't know how they would react when, we're in that area. I could try and lose a spell and then cast an invisible servant. It doesn't even need to be a good invisible servant. It could just
Oh, was Edmund with us?
be... Edmund can't do anything. Oh, he would also probably be asleep. He can't carry you, dude.
Is it the whole
He has
island?
a strength of 3.
Yeah, but you could set up a pulley system at the top. Tie us and then
Yeah, I guess, I'll go back up and see what is going on in the city.
Still awake?
you have 7.
they're standing there with the gold trophy. They're like, "You win! Wake everyone up!"
I don't know how big the island is in its entirety, so...
Can I see the map?
You can go to the room and eat those pastries, right?
They will give me health. I'm not that badly injured, to be honest.
Can, but there's no
Paul, can
scale.
you
I don't
hand
have a
that to
spell
me?
to cast. I have none of my... I only have combat
we can
spells
figure
right now.
out it out a little bit, right? Because we know how tall the towers are.
What?
Yeah, that's right. Come on, guys, let's
You have a week you're asleep.
Right, you have a week where.
Do we know if the tournament's still going on?
Guys?
We don't know any. Yeah, that's what I need to know.
Hold on just a sec. We know how tall each of these towers are, right?
1/8 is 70 feet tall.
70 feet
It's
for...
the big claw on the top near the bottom. Near the bottom of the top
It's
picture.
1/7.
No, this one right here.
Oh, this.
Yes.
Okay, the thing that doesn't look like a tower.
Yeah, I know. It really doesn't, but it does look like a claw.
So it's how many feet tall?
70.
And then we just use the fingers.
Well, Vox, can you hand me the ruler that's in the glass cup right there? It's 1 inch tall. If we want to use the map for scale, if Danny's okay with that.
I mean, that's all I've got to go off of, so...
So you want to know how wide the island is or how tall? Or both?
How long's the arch? Yeah, I mean
Oh, damn it.
that this won't help. This will just put us into
It's
like
just LaCroix,
weird
it's just
multiple
water.
scales. But the perspective's all weird and stuff. Yeah, I mean.
Well, yeah, it's going to be further away because it's higher up. It's a little over 1.5 inches wide.
The arch?
Uh-huh.
That sounds about right. 70
no,
feet.
no, it's not right, but it is not like terribly off.
Well, yeah, it's 100 feet, right? Mm-hmm. Half of 70 is 35, so it's pretty close.
Yeah, it is pretty close.
Yeah.
So the island is
Island
14
tower.
inches tall
So
7 times.
and 10 inches wide at its widest.
well, I mean, if it's a little island, then yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know, Danny, does that sound about 700 feet wide by about 1,000 feet tall?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's the planet.
So what you rolled would cover the whole thing.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Can I have a pencil? I'm going to write this on the map if that's okay, Danny.
Sure.
Well, I guess this episode of Dorker Realms is asleep now. The whole thing, all of it. I put it
Bindell L. Johnson.
except for Bindell L. Johnson. I inherited an island.
For a week.
That's what we get for eating a large breakfast.
I'll see you
what we
next
get for
time.
following him.
I'll see you next time on Dorker Realms. Don't sleep on it. Also, please leave us an iTunes review. Check out our Discord if you're into that kind of thing. You can talk to me, Bindell L. Johnson. We'll see you next time. #Eat Lions.
That does it for today's episode of Dorker Realms. Thanks for listening, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly of all, tune in next week.